International students live alone away from their parents, and they tend to make safety a non-priority and become vulnerable to danger. Is your home safe? A lot of international students live alone and they cook their meals. But if you focus too much on games while cooking, you could end up with an emergency. The kitchen is a place with the highest risk of a fire. However, students tend to consider the kitchen as an auxiliary space to the bedroom and study room and don't give it much thought. What do you do in case of a fire in the kitchen? First, turn off the gas stove and close the gas valve. If it's an electric stove or an induction cooker, turn it off and cover the lid to put out the flame. If there's a grease fire, pouring water into boiling oil can make the flame bigger due to the temperature difference and cause even more damage. So in the case of a grease fire, you should never pour water on it and put it out using a K-grade fire extinguisher. From now on, you must never leave the kitchen while cooking. And make sure pots with long handles have the handles facing inwards to prevent bumping into them by mistake. You turned on the gas stove to cook ramen. Huh? The flame is red. Isn't it supposed to be blue? Do you ignore and cook or turn it off? If the gas flame turns red, there is no problem with the gas stove. You need to ventilate for about 10 minutes or clean the nozzles. You turned off the gas stove like usual, but suddenly an explosion occurred. What happened? The problem was a gas leak. Gas leaks can usually be identified by their smell. Odorants are added to gases to make gas leaks easily recognizable. This odorant smells like rotten garlic. If you smell something like rotten garlic near a gas line, close the valve and ventilate the room. If the smell persists, call a gas inspection company to have the line checked. Plug and plug again. Everyone uses power strips, but if you keep adding them on, those power strips can become very dangerous. Power strips have a max load. If power consumption exceeds the max load, the circuit breaker is activated, but sometimes the circuit breaker can malfunction and that can lead to a fire. When purchasing power strips, be sure to check the max load and replace them about every 2 years as their lifespan has been reached. One of the appliances we use the most is a microwave because of its convenience. But wait, are you about to microwave something in a glass bottle? You definitely shouldn't do that. Glass bottles, vinyl packs, and aluminum foils can explode when microwaved, so make sure to use microwavable bowls. A lot of people use electric heating pads to save overall heating costs during winter. But how well do you know about the proper way to use them? Do you set the temperature on high and put another thick pad over it? That's a no-no. If you cover it with another thick pad and turn the heat up high for a long time, or use it with a latex mattress that is weak against heat, the heat will accumulate and it can lead to a fire. A hairdryer is something we use every day. But do you leave the power cord tangled up? That's a no-no. If the hairdryer's handle and power cord are repeatedly twisted and tangled, it can lead to a short and cause a fire. We should get in the habit of untangling power cables after use. It's very important. What do you think is the #1 cause of domestic fires in winter? It's carelessness when using electric heaters. We should always use electric heaters that are KC certified and make sure to not leave anything flammable within 1 meter of them. happy life in Korea starts with a safe life. Did you take your safety precautions today?